Hello everyone and welcome to SharePoint All. In this video we're going to be going over or continuing our goal to create a dashboard like I showed here. So the goal is to get to this point here where we have this navigation drawer that does that. We have this up here, and then we have our charts and a table that shows. So let's go ahead and continue with that. So far we're almost there. We're not quite there yet. So far what we have is this. So this is what we have so far. So we're almost there. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do next is we're going to hide the quick launch and hide the top, everything at the top that you see here, the top navigation, the title row, the bar, and everything. So what I usually do to do this is I Google how to hide this because it's all over the internet how to hide this. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. You can probably find stuff on how to hide this stuff at the top. So what I usually do is I come here and I click on this here. I do a F12. I click on this element selector and I kind of go around and see what I can hide. So I see I have this title row. So I get the title row, and you can usually just test it out in the console if you don't know that. I'm sure a lot of you know that, but for those of you that don't know, you can test it out in the console. So I always come here and I do this document.get element by ID, and I paste in what I just copied, the ID of that field I just copied. So I come here and I do this. So I'm basically hitting the DOM. So you can say style dot display equal to none, or it even gives you the options, none or block. So right now the display of that title row is block, so I want none. So when I hit enter, this whole thing should disappear. So there you have it. So that's what I do to find. I go through and I find out which ones I want to be hidden. So what I've done in my code is, let's go to Toolbar. I've already Googled how to hide the quick launch. So this is the code you need to hide the quick launch. So let me just grab this. Let me uncomment it, paste, save it, and I'm gonna go to my JavaScript file. At the top I have this here. So I identified all the elements that I needed to hide. So I'm kind of showing you two ways. This is how you can do it in JavaScript, and you can also do it this way if you wanted to in CSS. Either way, it doesn't matter. Save, and then when I come down here and I hit this, refresh the page, this is what you get. So we're almost there. So I've hidden everything. We're still in SharePoint. So now all I need to do now is, when I click on this, I need my navigation drawer to come out. So in Viewify, we have this navigation drawer, and you have different selections of navigation drawers here. So if you find one that you like, just open it up. I am going to use, I had already copied one of these already, and I pasted it in my code. So let's come here. So I have it commented out. And I already have the JavaScript to that Viewify in my JavaScript. So I have this items, and it's basically in my code, in the navigation bar. It's going to be looping through the items and grabbing a title and then this icon. So it's it's looping through, putting the icon in here, and then the title in here. And that's how I get, and I'm gonna show you in a second, those drawers. So now let's go to the page and see. Let's refresh. Oh, I have an internet interruption here. Okay, there you go. It's refreshing back. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, there's my navigation drawer. And one thing I didn't mention is your navigation drawer has to be a child of this V app tag. So you can't have it in the card or in the toolbar. It has to be a child. So I could have pasted it anywhere. So it has to be a child inside of this V-app tag. That's what the documentation says. So once you do that, there it is. Now, by default, it shows by default. So by default, this is true. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the functionality. So when they click on this here, this icon here, this disappears. So let's go to, so what I need to do is I need to add a, let's just call it drawer. So drawer, and let's say false. Let's see what happens when I do false. So default is true, showing it, and then if I do a refresh, give it a second here. Oops. Did I save my page? Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe the default is false. Let's do this. True. Oh, something's wrong. I think the default is false. Save. Oh, you know why? I need to attach my drawer instance. I mean my drawer property to the actual drawer. So I need to come in here. That's why it wasn't going away. I need to come in here and say v-model equal to drawer. So I have it. So I was right. Default of the drawer is true, meaning it's going to show. So now I set it to false. Let's refresh the page, and there you have it. It's gone. So default is true, meaning the navigation shows, and then because I changed it to false, the navigation is gone. So, but now what I want to happen is that when they click this, I need it to open up and close. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the toolbar.html, and we're going to go to our navigation. Where is it? The app bar nav icon. So this here, we sometimes call the hamburger icon, is the app bar nav icon. So we need to come in here, and we need to do an event listener to listen for a click event. So when they click it, we want an action to take place. So we can say v-on click. The shortcut for v-on colon is also this. So this will also work as well. So that's a shortcut. Equal to, and we're going to put in here, we're going to say drawer, and we're going to say equal exclamation and then drawer. So what this does, it flips it. So when I click on it, if it's true, it flips it to false. If it's false, it flips it to true. So let's save and let's go see how this works. Refresh. Okay, so if I click it, it should come out. Click, there you go. Click. So that's working. So now it's toggling back and forth as I click and is listening to that click event. So now we have these different icons in here. That's coming from, as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to say it again. We have the buttons in, we have our items in here. So you can put your items in here, or you can have it coming from a list, a SharePoint list, however you want. Dashboard photos, about, and you can change these. So let's say I said, you know, maybe admins, and then I can have like an admin icon or whatever. So if I save, refresh, and there's my, okay, hold on, it's not, let me do a hard refresh. There you go, admin. So dashboard, admin, and about. And then over here, let me close that. Over here I have this, peace to all. So if we go to the HTML, scroll up, and these are all the different buttons that's on that toolbar. And those buttons are between this toolbar. So I have this button here, which is that peace sign, and I have a V dash on, and as I said, it behaves just like the @ sign. V dash on, click, push. So when there's a click event, call this push method. And there's the push method, and it has this alert peace to all. Save. So if I come in here and I click refresh, please, peace to all, do something. And there you have it. I hope that makes sense. Play around with this. Add your, different events to these things. And please like the video and share the video of the amazing things you can do with Vue.js when you're working with SharePoint and the apps you can create. And I look forward to sharing with you the next video. We're almost there. Thanks for watching. Bye.